Homer started by eating a potato chip from his own house, then followed it with one he had stolen from the Flanders household. To his delight, Homer found that the stolen chip tasted far superior. Another day, while using Flanders' leaf blower to tidy up the yard, the machine abruptly stopped working. Annoyed, Homer went next door to demand an explanation, only to discover that Flanders had set up a chicken coop in his yard. "You live in such a magnificent house, yet you keep these poor creatures locked up in cages? That's just cruel," Homer exclaimed. Flanders calmly replied, "You clearly haven't tried a freshly laid egg, they're delicious." When Flanders asked his children how they wanted their eggs prepared, they enthusiastically shouted, "Sunny side up." The eggs were soon served, and as Flanders' fork pierced the yolk, Homer, watching through the window, was captivated. Compared to what he had just witnessed, the eggs at his own home seemed completely unappetizing. Later, Homer described the scene to his family and complained that Marge's eggs couldn't possibly compare. Marge retorted, "Why are you always looking at what other people have instead of appreciating what's in front of you? Does anyone really value what they already possess?" Homer and Bart both shook their heads. Even little Maggie seemed to silently agree. Realizing time might not be on his side, Homer told Bart, "Son, I may not live long enough to teach you about the birds and the bees, but if I don't teach you how to steal eggs, I'd be failing as a father." So under the cover of night, the two sneaked into Flanders' yard. "That's our target," whispered Homer, pointing at the chicken coop. They quickly snatched a few eggs and hurried home, where they finally enjoyed the delicious runny yolks they had been craving. The next night, they returned for more, but this time, Flanders was waiting for them. "Homer Simpson, forgiving you for this will put my patience to a test," he said, hanging up a no stealing sign. "Well, that's that. We can't steal anymore," sighed Bart. But Homer had an idea. Maybe we can't steal his eggs, but we can steal his idea. So Homer decided to raise chickens in his own yard. Lisa was instantly smitten with the cute little chicks, but when Homer showed up with a knife, ready to slaughter one for eggs, she stopped him immediately. "They've already laid eggs. Look." Sure enough, there were fresh eggs waiting. Homer prepared sunny side up eggs for everyone. Though they all agreed the eggs were tasty, Bart felt something wasn't quite right. Homer, too, thought something was missing. They just didn't measure up to the stolen eggs from Flanders. To test his theory, Homer stole another chip from Flanders and compared it with one of his own. After tasting both, he confirmed the stolen one was indeed better. So the next day, he and Bart boldly tried to steal eggs in broad daylight. Flanders saw them and came out with a shotgun, though he couldn't bring himself to actually shoot. But Homer wasn't satisfied. "You can't just give us the eggs. Stolen eggs taste better, you have to chase us." Flanders sighed and replied, "Alright, whatever makes you happy." Marge remarked, "Well, at least now we don't have to keep chickens anymore." Lisa found a solution for the chicks. She brought them to a research institute. The staff accepted the chickens and explained they would be used for scientific research. The family was invited inside for a tour, and the advanced experiments amazed them all. The director shared that the institute was investing in a Mars colonization project. Lisa's eyes lit up with interest as they played her a promotional video. "Humans are explorers, we've scaled the highest mountains and dived into the deepest oceans. With no more secrets left on Earth, we must now journey to Mars. Our goal is to establish a colony there within 10 years, and a select few will become the first inhabitants of a new world." Filled with awe and inspiration, Lisa gazed thoughtfully at the screen.